Well, hello there, everybody, and I hope you're doing well because after the last race, we're not doing so well, and we're absolutely miffed. But then again, you know why we're miffed. Anyway, let's get out of that system out of the way. Let's go around Japan. Hopefully. Well, if we're going to win the World Championship at this track, we're going to be doing it the old-fashioned way. The hard way, in other words. Oh, we hate rain around Suzuka. Especially when it's going to be a dry qualifying as well. Yeah. Right then. Let's get on with it then. So, there's our thing after Russia. Oh, it looks like Renault's brought an upgrade this weekend. That might help them out. We get some points. You never know. May not. I hope Renault gets some points. It'd be nice to see Renault get some points. But everyone else looks like they've not brought anything this weekend. Look at Ferrari. They've really not developed their car, and that's shocking for me. Excuse me a second. That's really shocking. Anyway, let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship, shall we? As soon as we get through all the trophies. There's Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, so Season 5. Season 5 is looking better than the other seasons, if I'm being honest. So, we have a 109 point lead over Esteban Ocon. Basically, he's got to finish 2 places in front of us to win the championship. Sorry, to keep it going through to Cota. Perez, Gasly, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Alonso, Hartley, Ericsson and Stroll round out your top 10, and there are the 2 Renaults scoring the big goose egg. So, we shall go to the track now, and then we will go get qualified, and hopefully we shall see you for the Japanese Grand Prix. Around a wet and very soggy Suzuka. It's not going to be easy, this one.
We're live today from the Mie Prefecture of Japan as we look forward to the Japanese Grand Prix. The 2015 race here was one of only 5 Grand Prix in history to feature no retirements at all. Although with the highly competitive field we have today, I don't expect we'll be repeating that stat anytime soon. We're southwest of the city of Nagoya today at a wet and windy Suzuka circuit. 3.6 miles and 18 corners make up a lap here, with Sector 1 likely to prove especially difficult in these conditions. We should see overtaking into turns 1 and 16 today, and maybe a few Kobayashi-style dives into the hairpin as well. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Now, I want to ask you about Daniel Ricciardo. That was a great win in the last race. Could they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Poole lines up on pole position, and it's Esteban Ocon in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Alonso, Leclerc, Sergio Perez, and Bottas, Ricciardo, Hartley, Magnussen, and Pierre Gasly, Hamilton, Ericsson, Romain Grosjean, and Hülkenberg, Vettel, Raikkonen, Carlos Sainz, and Sergei Sirotkin. Stroll and Stoffel van Dorn completes the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Righty-ho then. So it's pole. And I'd say a rather fortunate pole, if I'm being honest, because all through practice we had no speed at all. But the enemy does come from next to me. He's right there in the mirror. See him right there. He's right there. Look, right there. Esteban Ocon. He's right there. We shouldn't need a pit stop during this race. It looks like it's going to be soggy throughout. Might light it up later on. But let's go try and win the championship, folks. see if we can do some burnouts at the chicane. Alrighty then folks, here we go. It's our date with destiny. 5 lights are out, and it's lights out, and away we go. And I'll be honest, that's a pretty decent start. Actually, we go right across and cut Ocon off, almost put him in the wall. Watch out for Alonso, 3 wide into the first corner. It's Alonso running very wide, but somehow we managed to come out of it smelling like roses. You wouldn't believe how that turned out, but we've got the lead, and now it's time for, as I like to call it, the Jensen Button School of Smart Racing, because we have got to go, and we have got to put down the absolute hammer as we come through the sweeping corner down to Degner 1 and Degner 2. It's gonna be one of those really, really pedestrian races, but we've got to do the best that we can here as we fling it into the hairpin. Very deep we go. Oh, that's a bit tight. I tell you, there's Alonso. He's well back. Alonso with the big boy move around the outside, and the big boy move didn't pay off all that much. Which I'd like to say I'm surprised, but I'm really not. I'm really not surprised by that move at all. As we come out of the spoon corner down the hill to 130R. This is in the dry. This corner's flat. In the wet, it's not so flat. But it's very terrifying. We were going to have a look at us through there, but we're going to go back to Carlos Sainz and Lance Stroll.
Nice start.
Fighting over a P18. Well, how did Lance end up back there? More to the point, how did Alonso's gained on these two? Wow, Alonso's got some pace this weekend as we come down to start lap number 2. And 144 lap. Whoa, we Singapore? You wouldn't think we were at Singapore the way we're going at the moment, as we head down to the first corner with Stroll and Sainz still. Stroll's going around the outside. What a move. In fact, he's run very wide. And that's him off, and that's Alonso per place as well. Shouldn't necessitate anything there. He should be able to get back on the track, no problem.
Okay, the safety car is out. The safety car is out.
Shut my mouth, commentator.
Form up at a reduced pace.
It looks like
keep a close eye on that delta
he's in
time.
such a bad place.
Make sure to
the
keep
safety
it
car's going
positive.
to come out. Let's have another look at that again from on board Hollywood Lance Stroll's car here. You can see that what he can see is practically nothing. So he's gone for the outside move, which is fair enough, but he's locked up. Big time Hollywood Lance Stroll messes up again. Now this happened whilst under safety car. My man Gasly's going to retire. Smoke billowing out the back of that car. That's going to need a new engine for Kota. Sorry, mate. So we're now going to skip it forward now to lap number 4.
Okay, the safety car is coming in this lap. We'll be pacing the field in sector 3. Make sure to respect the delta until the safety car is in the pit lane.
Otherwise, Ocon is going to be right on our rear end. And we don't need Esteban Ocon on our rear end as we let the safety car go. Safety car is in, and we're off. I think we've got the jump. Have we got the jump? We have got the jump on him. Haha, suck on that one, Ocon. Although, to be fair, he's coming back at us with the pace in that horse, isn't he? He's looking at the outside. Have a word with yourself, mate. Round the outside of me, in the spoon corner, there's only one place you're going if you even think of trying that. And that'll be straight to the outside, the scene of the accident, as they say, in upset. But now we've got to get back to the smooth driving that this circuit will necessitate. Because in the rain, this circuit is treacherous. I'm not going to lie, it is absolutely treacherous. You can sit there and think, oh, he's telling porkies, it's not that bad, surely. Well, it can be that bad. And let me assure you, it is really, really, really bad as well. As we go into the hairpin, do we lock it up this time? No, we get it slowed down nice and perfectly. You've got to arc it in, get it nice and turned as we head through the fast sweeper down to the spoon corner. You can see why it's called the spoon corner. It's shaped almost like a spoon. Ocon's still, I'll tell, very wide in the second part of spoon. That's going to slow us up for the 130R. put Ocon right on our tail. What on earth are you going to do now, Esteban? Esteban! That just sounds like a nice way to say his name. Esteban! Even though he's a bit of a dick for what he did in Russia. See the famous Ferris wheel on the outside of the corner there as he's thinking about a move. He's got no DRS, this can be done down to pure power. Is he going to have a go? He's looking to the outside.
Fastest lap of the
side
race
by
so
side
far.
into the first corner. He's going to be pushed wide. Have some of that. I told you, if you even try the outside with me, you will be forced outside. As we go to, I assume this is Fernando. Yeah, he's about to pass Carlos Sainz for P17. And that should surprise no one because that McLaren has been fast all weekend. I think Sainz has run very wide. But no, Sainz keeps holding the position. Fair play to the young Matador over the more experienced veteran as we go into Degner. We don't have the fastest lap at the moment. That's gone to someone else. Who has the fastest lap at the moment? I think it's Ocon. Ocon has the fastest lap at the moment. As we go through... I don't even know what that was. I don't even know what that was. That was a blur moment. That was a blur moment that no one I think could even think about as we go through Spoon Corner down to the 130R down the hill. He's somewhere close to us is Esteban Ocon. We can't see him on the mini-map there as we set the fastest middle sector of anyone, so it's quite clear that this car has got the beating of Ocon if it needs to as we go into the Casio Triangle. And now out and down the hill. There's a bump right there. That will unsettle the car. It has unsettled loads of cars before as we go to my man Danny Rick Bobby the Honey Badger. He's fighting Valtteri Bottas for P5. Gonna go around the outside. He's got, oh look at that, the Honey Badger comes and collects, and he gets the car slowed and turned as well. Good move. That was textbook from the Honey Badger. As we go, oh, big power slide in the S's. That's not how our race will end. We've done that before and it's cost us around this circuit. It's not one of our favourites by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, we hate this circuit more than we hate Hungary. And that is saying something. It just seems that we can't get the car set up perfectly for this car on a circuit. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But here we come down to the Spoon Corner on lap number 7. You can see how neat we are and how tidy we are. We're keeping Ocon and Perez at bay. The Constructors' Championship will go one more round at least. It's probably going to be a while before that's settled. But hopefully we can get Red Bull a Constructors' Championship. I think we set the fastest middle sector there, didn't we? We may have to as we go into the Casio Triangle. Now down the hill. This lap, let's see what this lap brings us here. It's not quite fast enough. We go back to Valtteri.
Okay, some information on Bottas.
Now,
they have some kind of mechanical problem.
We've got Hartley. Oh, he's got a problem. Oh, he's just suddenly slowed up. What's his problem?
Okay, clear.
What? I can't see what his problem is. Did a tyre go? I wonder if he's dropped a tyre. Similar to what happened to Hamilton in Spa. That would be a crazy one. I wonder if he got a puncture then. We'll have to chase that up there as we go. Meg, wow! Did you see how fast we were in that sector? That is fast, and that is fast.
I definitely think we need to stay on this tyre a bit longer, but there's no question that the track is drying. We might be in a position to change soon.
No way I want to come in for intermediates right now. It'll just be too slippy for the Inters. I think we'll stick with this till the end of the race, if you don't mind. Thank you. And besides, I'm in a rhythm now. if we can start pulling away from Ocon. Ocon will see his championship. Mind you, even if I finish second to Ocon, he has to have Perez pass me. Because the gap's 109. If I finish second, he finishes first. That's 25 to 18, so that's only a 7-point gap. It means I still win the championship. So if I win, if he wins, he's got to hope Perez passes me for third to carry the fight on to coach as we set the fastest lap of the
We're
race.
leading our teammate by 3.3 seconds.
That's the kind of lap we're looking to see there as we get it slowed down.
Some information on Leclerc. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Some information on somebody. I don't quite know who the information was. I think it was Leclerc, if I remember rightly. Yes, I think it was Leclerc. He's going to be slowing down in P4. So that's another car out of the way as we go into the Degners. And now through the Degners we come. Head into the hairpin. Oh, a bit wide in the hairpin. A lot wider than I would have liked. That's not going to be the way that you end this. If you go have an accident in hairpin. Yellow flags up ahead. I assume this is a Bottas here. Because we almost bin it on the chicane at the hairpin. We've almost binned it again. We are out of control, ladies and gentlemen. And we've almost binned it on the outside of the spoon.
Yellow flag.
Get your act together. If you don't get your act together, I'll come down there and I'll slap you in the face. Now look at this train Leclerc's got behind him. Rick Bobby's going to come past with the greatest of ease down into the
green flag.
130R. There he is. There's Bottas. Didn't see what Bottas's problem was. I can only think he's got a front tyre puncture. One of the punctures, I don't know. But Leclerc's woes are going to continue here because Brendan Hartley for P5. That's going to be down in... Oh, I'll tell you what. That's brave, Brendan. He's got the job done. Fair play. We're actually seeing some passing in the wet here at Suzuka. Didn't think we'd see that. I thought it would just be a procession of me on the halo, but nope. We're actually seeing some passes. I do see some clearer skies there. Did you see that hint of blue there? Oh, as we get a big tail slap on the way to Degner. That would have really ended the race. I think we've figured this out now. We've got a gap going to Ocon. So Ocon's got to hope that we make a terrible mistake. If we don't make that mistake, then I'm afraid Esteban Ocon is going to lose. He's going to lose royally. And we'll be dancing on whatever grave he wants us to dance on. As we go into the Spoon corner. Coming out of Spoon. Still nice and neat. You can see the Ricciardo's now on his own trying to catch... sorry, it's not Ricciardo, it's Hartley. He's going to try and catch Ocon and Perez here, but you got that big train behind Leclerc, and here comes that train, and next to pass him should be Kevin Magnussen, who, to be fair, he's been the star in that Haas car. Ericsson's right behind his teammate here. I think Ericsson's going to get... So that's Magnussen up to P6. I think Ericsson's going to be next through into P7. As Danny Rick sets the fastest lap of the race. We're not having that. I want my fastest lap back. Speaking of, we're not having
These
that.
These conditions don't look like they're shifting. We're predicting at least 20 minutes of heavy rainfall.
Look at that camera on the outside of the first corner. That is a beauty of a camera. We have now got to absolutely try and pulverise this track to try and get our fastest lap back off Danny Rick, because that was not fair, Mr. Ricciardo. It's a good job this is not F1 2019. We'd have...
the gap behind us is 2.8 seconds.
Is it 2 points? Yes, it's 2 points. 2 points for a fastest lap. That'll come in F1 2019. Speaking of F1 2019, this video will be released a couple of weeks after it, but the trailer dropped for F1 2019 today, and literally we are marking out big time. Ayrton Senna on the game. Oh my God.
It should be a few laps at
for
least
those
before you start feeling too many
F1,
tyre issues. They seem in good condition for the time being.
If you talk about legends of F1, the first name you're thinking of is Michael Schumacher. The second name is Ayrton Senna. Or should I say, the first one should be Michael Schumacher, 1A is Senna. Senna was as good as Schumacher. It's a shame that
There's
Senna...
5 laps of fuel remaining.
Who's Senna? Senna. So all of a sudden we went Scottish. Ayrton Senna. That's who it is, Ayrton Senna. No, Ayrton unfortunately met an untimely demise in 1994. We'll get onto that in a second. As Alonso? Is that Alonso or is that Stoffel? There's Stoffel. He's passing Vettel. Oh, and I think Vettel shoved Stoffel wide, so no love lost there. But no, back to my diatribe. Ayrton Senna met his untimely demise at Imola in 1994. He was leading the race, and all of a sudden his car just speared into the outside of the first corner, and he died. He was pronounced dead on the scene, basically. We don't know what happened. We'll never know what happened. It's one of those rather unfortunate accidents which turned into a lot worse than it did. To be fair, a lot of what happened with Senna, you got to thank for nowadays modern Formula 1 cars, because nowadays modern Formula 1 cars are so much safer than they were in '94. It's unbelievable. But yeah, Ayrton Senna on F1 2019 with Alain Prost. Fantastic. And here comes Alonso and Sainz.
This is your
still
final
for
lap.
P17, I do believe. You two still fighting over P17? No, it's P16 now that they're fighting for. Of course, I forgot because Valtteri had his issue, didn't he? But yeah, and F2 as well. F1 2019. Oh, unbelievable, man! Unbelievable. I can assure you, F1 2019 is going to be the best F1 game ever. I've already said, here's a blank check with my name on it. Put any amount you want on there, and we'll pay it. We'll pay it just for Ayrton Senna. I know a lot of you are out there will be absolutely marking out, as I was when I saw the video dropped by Tia Mektar UK, and then of course Arava, he joined in. He's marking out as well. Everyone is just gone absolutely nuts for this, and I am one of those. So I will be purchasing. It only comes with the Legends Edition though, so I will definitely be purchasing the Legends Edition. As we come through 130R for the final time, run a bit wide, who cares? We've set the fastest middle sector. We're going to come out the Casio Triangle. It didn't happen in Russia last week. It's going to happen this week. We are going to win the Japanese Grand Prix and win it. 4-time champion of the world.
This is it. You've become the Drivers' World Champion after that result. Wonderful
it's
job
an
and well deserved.
incredible effort.
It's been my privilege over the years to witness a number of great sporting events, and here's another to add to that prestigious list. It's the ultimate dream for any racing driver. We have a new Formula One World Champion. A great win then for the Red Bull team today. And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
Well, they clearly have a car that comes alive in the kind of conditions we were dealing with today. It's a very balanced package in the wet, and what that means is that the drivers have confidence to attack. And having that confidence gets you on the power earlier, it lets you brake later, and can put you a long way up the road.
And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. Well, that result also seals the World Drivers' title. Congratulations to our winner after an incredible season. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Probably Stoffel van Dorn. You know, strong pace, good work with the strategy, just a very complete drive, I think.
On to the constructors then. Red Bull have extended their lead over the championship. After all that excitement, it's time for a lie down, I think. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye until the next race.
We join the likes of Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton, 4-time champion of the world. Get in. That is the way you do it. It means now we can take it easy and concentrate on the Drivers' Championship. That is how it is done. Whew, so Ocon finished second. Nah. You were good, but as long as I'm around, you'll always be second best, see? Perez third, Ricciardo fourth, Hartley, then K-Mag, Ericsson, Leclerc finished 8th. That's not too bad. And then Hamilton and Grosjean. Hulkenberg, oh, so close. Look at the improvements that Renault brought. So close. And only one DNF. The man Gasly. Bottas finished a lap down after his problem. I think he was a puncture, you know. I think it was. Alonso, wow. He was third in the grid, he finished 17th. Shouldn't have tried that move in the first corner then, should you dipshit? Should retire. Oh well. Let's go see Claire.
Good day today. Tell us about it from your
Good day today.
It doesn't get much better than a win
around this circuit with our rotten luck. No, it doesn't. And, well, what do we think here? Gotta praise the durability of that car.
Another podium. You must be getting used to it.
Yes, I am. It is getting a bit predictable, but the team expects it now.
Things are looking up after last week.
Of course they are. Ocon assassinated us last week in Russia, and we assassinated him. But those little chassis tweaks.
Your team must be ecstatic with how you perform.
Ecstatic! And I'm just glad I can live up to their expectations. But I do it to see the smiles on their face.
Appreciate your time.
Appreciate your time. Yeah. Kiss my ass, Esteban. Kiss my ass. Champione, champione, ole, ole, ole. Champione, champione. We're a champion. 4 times. Raise your glass to that one. Sweet. 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 Don't get sweeter.
Fantastic.
4 times champion of the world. All she can say is fantastic podium. Hey, bitch. I won the 4th championship.
We've received invitations to new historic events. You'll be able to choose whether or not to participate before the end of this weekend.
Carl can't even acknowledge it. What a wanker he is. Oh well. Let's go and sort out some more stuff for next year. See if we can get a few 2s done. We can get we can get these 2 done. So that's the ICE level 2 and turbocharger level 2. Good. My hair looks all over the place. Ridiculous. So there it is, confirmation that we are the Drivers' World Championship. I honestly, I mean it. It gets no better than that. I mean, look at the season we've had. We've had, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 wins. 14 trips to the podium. That's consistency. That is consistency. I think last year we won the championship at Sochi. I think we won the championship earlier than that. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. We are now a 4-time champion of the world. leave a like for that. It does help me out a lot. You can subscribe for daily F1 2018 and NASCAR Heat 3 career mode videos, as well as other live streams. And until next time, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you for our favourite Grand Prix, the American Grand Prix. Ta-ta for now.